7-7.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. Taken from just outside the 30. Cooper fast with the feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 40.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 45 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And Nick Chubb, of course, a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. In fact, this game features the number 2 and number 3 overall running backs in terms of yardage from last season. Chubb was 2nd with just under 1,500, 1,494. And Christian McCaffrey on the opposite sideline, 3rd with 1,387 a season ago.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground. and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 69 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in a position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing the things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mayfield. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
On the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Slide for the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it'll be second down. From the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but fortunately, nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Peoples-Jones returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
And here's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the back.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 48 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kadero Hodge, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 8 yards.
Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
To kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Johnson now returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Yetur Gross-Matos. Teddy Bridgewater.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 73 yards. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready? Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Powers through him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
McCaffrey on the
Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Uses the spin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Austin Hooper.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4.
Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And taken right on the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey spins away. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this one through the uprights and good. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
To kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he takes a shot on the Release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Kareem Hunt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
The Browns first down.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. The 20, and that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.